My name is Dawn, and I've been an FLL mentor for over 10 years.
Hi, my name is Kaylee. I was an FLL student, an FLL mentor in high school, and an FLL judge.
Today we're going to talk about teaching presentation skills. And we feel like it's really important that we be deliberate in teaching presentation skills. And today we're going to talk about how to teach that and what are the things that are important to teach. And Kaylee, do you want to start with our first point, shaking hands?
Yeah, so the key to a great presentation is a great introduction. Make sure your kids, when they come in the room, look the judge in the eye and shake hands. Hi, my name is Kaylee. I'm from Team Whatever. It's nice to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you.
See, great presentations start. It makes sure that your kids are professional and engaging the judges, because they're people too.
And Kaylee, do we have to actually teach how to actually shake hands?
Shaking hands properly is super important. You don't want your hands to be a floppy fish. You want a nice firm pressure, like you're squeezing a tube of toothpaste, just enough where it doesn't spurt everywhere, but where some actually comes out.
And that is important to actually teach those younger students. They've never done that before, so we want to teach that. The next thing we want to talk about is eye contact and why eye contact is important.
Eye contact is super important. If you have good eye contact, then it makes the judges feel like they're actually being talked to and actually engaging with them. I think it really helps the students too if you're actually looking at someone and talking to them, because then you care about who you're speaking to more.
And I know, Kaylee, you feel really strongly about being professional in your presentations, but also being able to maintain your own personality.
Of course. We don't want our presentations to be robotic. We don't want just 5 clones saying the exact same thing. Each kid has a wonderful personality that's unique, and we want to allow those unique elements of them to shine. So make sure you're maintaining professionalism, but also have fun. If you want to sing and dance in your presentation, go for it. We love that as judges. That's amazing.
So I'm going to talk about one of my pet peeves, which is wiggling. So especially with our younger FLL students, it's so hard to stay still. And during presentations, whoever is moving is where the eye line is going. And so that's one of the things that we actually talk about a lot. And we teach them self-control hands, which for us is clasped hands. You put them in the front or you put them behind your back, but that means you set your feet, don't get too straight of knees, but just so that you're not wiggling all the time. And that is hard, especially for our younger FLL students. So we practice it a lot before presentations. And with that no wiggling, that we pay attention to, and we point our eyes to whoever is talking so that we take all of our attention and put it on whoever is talking. That's respectful, and it helps us actually be more engaged in the actual presentation.
Another huge part of the presentations are the Q&A sections. It's really important to practice your Q&A sections. You don't want to go in blind. So, with your students, make sure you go over a few questions. You can find some questions in your rubric. So, within whatever presentation, there'll be a rubric and certain points that you need to touch on in your presentation. Mm-hmm. You as the coach should ask questions that orient towards the rubric so the students have practice with those. You should also practice asking questions that are kind of out of the blue. Mm-hmm. Sometimes judges ask weird questions. They're people too. So what's really important is to sprint for the bridge. Sprint for what the kids want to talk about, something they're really excited about, something they're really proud about. Make sure that they have specific talking points that they want to get across.
I think one of the other things in teaching, especially like this sprinting to the bridge, is that each student does have a specific thing that they're going to talk about. And you need to put that ahead of time so that each kid knows, I'm going to talk about the robot in robot judging. I'm going to talk about the attachments. I'm going to talk about the software. I'm going to talk about the jig. And that they actually practice talking through all of those things, because practice is going to make them better presenters.
Yep, and most importantly of all, don't panic. I know it's scary, I know it's overwhelming, but don't panic and stay calm. It's not going to be the end of the world if you do mess up. Because this is FLL. We're here to learn, we're here to have fun. It's okay if you misspeak, just apologize and move on.
I think the other thing for especially coaches, sometimes we take it super personally when the kids do panic or do something odd that they've never done before. And I know as a coach, that's when they do the odd things, is when they're actually presenting in front of the judges. But that's also endearing. So we train and we present and we teach as much as possible. But at the end of the day, they're kids and they get to be kids. And that's really beautiful as well. So as much as we can train, that's fine. But also recognize that it's okay if things don't go as perfectly as they did, the practice before.
Hope you enjoyed.